This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for October 26, 2023. It's currently September 10th, 2023, 3:59 p.m. Eastern Time. The shuffle file we're about to play for the 26th was created on July 28th, 2023 at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. So the overall theme and behavior, we have an important price level acting as resistance. It'll be important on a multi-day chart on at least like a 1-month scale. Behavior around the highest high, we have a fast sudden move higher taking us into the highest high. Behavior around the lowest low, we have an attempt to establish support with some sideways rotation. And then I'm advised to trade around that important technical price level on a multi-day scale, or at least on a 1-month scale. Looks like we probably either open lower, or we have a sharp drop in the pre-market into the open, where we have a trade opportunity like right around the open to close out of short positions. We have there's a little bit of a rally in the first half hour to a failed attempt to break through resistance, and then more decline, and that'll be a high for the day, at least the first high for the day there between 10 and 11, followed by more decline. That decline takes us into a low decline between 11 into probably 1 o'clock, where we do sideways rotation between 1 and 2. We most likely see a low for the day there, and this may be a low. It's even possible this is the lowest low for the year, guys. If we're making new lows and we've reached like a really significant low on a 1-year kind of scale, that's probably what's taking place. Is we have a lowest low for the year here. If it's not for the year, it's likely for the month, or it's close to it. There's a rally so we poke through key resistance near this sideways rotation, and then there's a rally into key resistance between 2 and 3, followed by a decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. That decline takes us into the last hour, out of which there's an unexpected move higher to another peak or crest or possible high for the day. We decline off of that high for the day, which is probably before the open. Excuse me, before the close. It's probably the high for the day probably takes place somewhere earlier than at the close, because we have declining in the close, and that declining in the close offers opportunity to open up a long position. This is a pretty this is kind of like confusing, the trade opportunity here at the end of the day, so I might avoid it. See, because we have more decline here in the early part of the day. There's the unicursal, so opening up a long position here might be kind of risky. Based on the unicursal and an overall down day. When you look at the 1 month, it's a down day as well. Another cross-street incongruency for the low. Sneak preview for the following days. There's a rally that ends, a rally on at least a 1-day scale ends, and there's a cross-street incongruency there midday, so there's probably a little bit of a bullish opportunity in there. We'll talk about that in more detail on the 27th. My friends, make sure to follow that rule of karma. It's super important for the channel. In order for us to keep putting out free content, we need people like beautiful people like yourself following the rule of karma, which is to take 5% of the profits that you make from this information, donate it forward to one of these charities, and 5% of the profits, donate it back to the channel here through one of these click here links, leaving you with 90% of the money. As long as you spend that money out of love, you're following the rules of karma. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel for being an angel investor, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next one.